Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking, that's right, graphic novel review. We have a cool trade for you guys today. Really dig it. It is Superman Volume 3 Multiplicity from DC Comics Rebirth. Yeah, so we have 3 stories in this one, 2 little ones and then the main story. First up, Clark's tending his fields and stuff, can't get anything to grow. There's this drought, but they've had plenty of rain, and it turns out his presence is kind of screwing with the green because he hasn't let go of his own world and hasn't become part of this new world. Also, he absorbs solar radiation differently than the last Superman, and he kind of has to do this thing with Swamp Thing to kind of make himself more part of the Earth. And he has to also kind of let his past go and free himself from his other world. His other Earth, not Krypton. So, yeah, they do that. There's a little bit of fighting just 'cause. But they mostly talked it out and then used weird magic shit to fix it. And then you get the main story, which is actual multiplicity. He runs into... Ooh, sorry, hold on one sec. He runs into the Red Sun Superman, you know, the Russian Superman. And who's being chased by all these goons, these interdimensional goons. And they try to take him... And then Superman meets like that Multiplicity Justice League, you know, that's led by Earth 23 Superman, aka one of the best Supermen, aka President Superman. And so it turns out there's this force called Prophecy abducting Supermen from each dimension and absorbing their powers so that he can face this big threat. It's kind of implied Dr. Manhattan is that big threat, but they don't really say it out much. So yeah, they all team up and they do all this cool stuff and they fight Prophecy. Captain Carrot's there. I just thought you'd like to know. Captain Carrot's there. Prophecy is defeated, and he's abducted by the mysterious Mr. Oz, whose identity we didn't know at this point. We know it now. Spoilers, it's Jor-El. But, yeah, so he abducted Prophecy. And then there's, like, a little horror book. There's just one issue. Cassie and John I want to say Cassie, go looking for her grandpa and their prize-winning moo, a cow of sorts. And it's a really scary book. I thought it was just going to end up being a nightmare at first because it started with John watching a scary movie. Seems like it really happened, though. They tried to, like, her grandpa was like, oh, it's probably hallucination. One of the reasons I don't let her go in that swamp is because the gases will make you hallucinate. But they had the same hallucinations. And then at the end, there's a shadowy figure standing in the field, and it looks like it could be Cassie's grandpa. I'm going to show it to you because you see his glasses, how they shine in the dark, and then here's the shadowy figure shining like glasses, but also he seems to be taller and not as round as her grandpa, because I mean, he is an old man after all. So who's that? It's not Clark, because Clark's inside. Right, Clark's right there. Why would it be Clark anyways? That doesn't make sense. So who the hell's this? I don't know. Probably just a one-off spooky thing. I don't know when that issue came out. I don't know if it was like a Halloween issue or whatever. Because I don't know when it came out. I don't know. But, because I get the trades for Superman. But yeah, that's it. It's really cool. We got a good creative team. Peter J. Tomasi, very good. Big fan. Patrick Gleason, good work there. Jorge Ramirez, Ivan Reis. I'm very familiar with Ivan Reis. Ryan Sook, Tony S. Daniel, excellent work. He always does excellent work. Sebastian Furiyama. And we also get the first meeting between Rebirth Superman and the Chinese Superman. I haven't read the all-new Chinese Superman book. I don't know if I will. The only reason I haven't read it is because it takes place so far away from everything else. Like, pretty much everything else in all these other books is happening in America or with American characters, and they're all interacting, connecting with each other. And then the all-new Superman book, it's kind of just by itself, which for a lot of people would be an appeal. Like, you only have to read that book and then you can totally understand it. And that's dope. But I mean, when you're reading all this other stuff, it almost seems like a waste of time. No offense. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to read you the back because that's something I've been doing. Fall of the Supermen. Kenan Kong, the new Superman of China, has been taken. Kal-El, the Red Sun Superman of Earth 30, is gone. Sunshine Superman, the mystical protector of Dreamworld, has vanished without a trace. I'm not familiar with that Superman. Someone or something is collecting Supermen from across the multiverse, and Kal-El, the Man of Steel himself, is next on the list. Actually, not true. He's not on the list because he's a dimensional anomaly. So that was pretty interesting, and that's why he had the upper hand. To stop this trans-dimensional terror, our world's greatest hero must join forces with the Justice League Incarnate, an impossible team of super beings drawn from across the 52 realities, to track down the kidnapper and free his Kryptonian counterparts. At the same time, trouble of a different sort is brewing right in the Kent family backyard, and both father and son must rise to meet the challenge. So yeah, one of the troubles in the backyard was the drought, the other was whatever creepy shit was happening with John. But that's it. Thank you all once again for your support. Definitely read the New 52 Superman run. All 3 volumes have been excellent. I really love it. Action Comics is great too. I might do Action Comics next. I might do Detective Comics next. Might do Green Lantern. Might do Silk. Might do Fantastic Four. I don't know what I'm going to do next. But that's it. Thank you all once again for your support. This has been Superman Volume 3 Multiplicity, and I will see you all later.